April, if you can hear me, I need you to join with video. Hey, April, I need you to join with video and audio.
Looks like she's joined with her audio.
I'm trying to get the audio up right now. Or I'm trying to get.
She just needs to go.
Hopefully it's working.
I can't see you.
I'm working on, I don't know what's wrong with my thing. I had it on Google Meets fine, and then I moved over to this one. Give me just, I'm so sorry.
Looks like it's showing that some type of activation is required. I don't know what type of camera she's using.
All right, it should be coming now. There we go.
Okay, who is Phoenix 5?
That might be Chris because he was sent the link as well, maybe.
Looks like they're trying to connect. Chris, if you are on Phoenix 5, it still shows that you're trying to connect via audio. I do not have a video available to see who you are. I'm going to give you a couple more minutes, see if you can get this figured out. You might need to try to close it down and reconnect. It looks like you're not connected via video or audio. Looks like I have been tendered a proposed agreed final decree of divorce, which has both parties' signature on it. So even if he's not able to appear, it does look like he has signed off on the order. Can I get whoever Phoenix 5 is to unmute themselves, please? Hello?
Hello?
Sir, are you Christopher Osborn?
Yes, I don't know why it's saying I'm Phoenix 5. Okay.
Let me rename your screen. Hold on just a second. Osborn, do you have the ability to turn your camera on so that we can see you? There you go. Good deal. Can you hear and see me okay?
Yep.
Sir.
All right, the court calls CV337-21CCL styled in the matter of the marriage of April Christine Osborn and Christopher Shane Osborn, and in the interest of the Osborn children. Ms. Pratt, are you ready on behalf of the petitioner?
Yes.
And Mr. Osborn, are you ready?
Yes.
Ms. Pratt, do you want to make any opening statements?
A wave.
Mr. Osborn?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Pratt, you may call your first witness.
I call April Christine Osborn.
Ms. Osborn, if you would raise your right hand. Do you Swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Your witness.
Ms. Osborne, are the last three numbers of your driver's license 824?
Yes, ma'am.
And are the last three of your social 155?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it correct that prior to the date that we filed the original petition for divorce, you had been a domiciliary of Texas for the preceding 6-month period and resident of Hill County for the preceding 90-day period?
Yes, that is my official record. I am military, so it's like my home state.
Okay. And is it correct that there's no protective order currently in place and that nobody's asking for protective order today?
No protective orders.
Were you married to the respondent on or about January 15th, 2005?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you cease to live together as spouses on or about June 2nd, 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
Were there 3 children born of this marriage? Gregory, Faith, and Kylie.
Yes, ma'am.
And is it correct that there were no other children born or adopted during this marriage and none are expected?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you
There were no other
asking for
children.
Are you asking for the divorce to be
Repeat that
granted?
question. Hold on, would you repeat your answer?
There were no other children. I wasn't sure if it was clear that there were no other children.
Are you asking for the divorce to be granted on the ground of insupportability because of discord or conflict of personalities between the parties that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship and prevents any reasonable expectation of reconciliation?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to the children, are you asking the court to appoint you and Mr. Osborne as joint managing conservators?
Yes, ma'am.
And you will be the conservator who has the exclusive right to designate the primary residence of the children without regard to geographic location.
Yes, ma'am.
And will you also have the exclusive right to enroll the children in school?
Yes, ma'am.
If either one of you apply for a passport for the children, have you agreed that each party must notify the other one?
Yes, ma'am.
Do we have some specific provisions for rights, duties, and possession and access upon your military deployment, mobilization?
Yes, ma'am.
Otherwise, do we have the standard possession order?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you currently reside more than 100 miles from Mr. Osborne?
I am not sure where he's going to be staying in the near future. I know he is living in a camper right now.
Okay. And we have summer possession, Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthday, Mother's Day, and Father's Day, all included in that standard possession order.
Yes, ma'am.
And we have pickup and drop off at your residence.
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to child support, have you reached an agreement where you have accrued benefits as a result of your military service during your marriage to Mr. Osborne? You're going to retain all your military benefits, and in exchange, Mr. Osborne is not going to pay any child support.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have sufficient resources to support these children while they're in your care without having child support?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to medical and dental, are you going to be the party that's ordered to maintain health and dental for the children?
Yes, ma'am.
And will that be a TRICARE?
Yes, ma'am. They're already enrolled in TRICARE and they'll maintain that.
Does Mr. Osborne have the TRICARE information in case he needs to use it?
I believe I sent it to him. If not, I can get him a copy today.
Okay. With regard to any medical expenses that are not paid for, that are incurred on behalf of the children, will those be split between the parties 50-50?
Yes, ma'am.
And did we put in provisions regarding military health care and commissary privileges?
I honestly do not recall.
That you're going to provide him information for the kids to be able to use the commissary?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And if a child has to be hospitalized or have surgery, is each party going to notify the other party within 3 hours?
Yes, ma'am.
And are both parents going to be listed on all medical records for the children for HIPAA purposes?
Yes, ma'am.
And did we include additional orders for military duty?
For when I'm gone?
When you're gone, right?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to the parenting class, did you take the parenting class?
Yes, ma'am.
And is your certificate on file in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And will Mr. Osborn be ordered to take the course within 60 days from the date the judge signs this final decree?
Yes, ma'am.
And then will he have to file his certificate?
Yes, ma'am.
I have your current residence address in Missouri, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to the division of the marital estate, is it correct that is nothing accumulated between the parties other than personal effects, and the personal effects we're asking to be awarded to the party in possession?
Yes.
In addition, you're going to receive 100% of all benefits received as a result in your armed services, and the respondent is ordered 0%, including any TSP, retirement, survival benefits, disability, or VA benefits.
Yes, ma'am.
And I've told you I'm not a military attorney, but based on your own knowledge, have we covered everything, all the benefits that you're entitled to?
I believe so, ma'am.
With regard to debt, is each party going to take their own debt, and any debt on property that person is awarded?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to confirm as your separate property any real property located in Missouri in which you have an interest, including Lot 7 of Hidden Hills Estate in Pettis, Pettis County, Missouri?
Yes, ma'am.
Is each party paying their own attorney's fees and court costs?
Yes, ma'am.
For calendar year 2021, will each party file an individual income tax return?
Yes, ma'am.
And will you have the exclusive right to claim all 3 children as dependents for income tax purposes for all years beginning with calendar year 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
If a stimulus is received by either one of you in the amount for a married couple, will each of you be entitled to 1/2?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe that the division of the estate is just, right, fair, and equitable?
I do.
Do you believe that all provisions that you're asking for regarding the children are in the best interest of the children?
Yes, ma'am.
I pass the witness.
Mr. Osborn, do you have any questions for this witness?
No.
Pratt, do you want to call your next witness?
I call Christopher Shane Osborn.
Mr. Osborn, if you would please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Your witness.
Mr. Osborn, did you hear the prove up I did with April?
Yes.
And do you believe that the division of the marital estate as set forth in the proposed final decree is just, right, fair, and equitable?
Yes.
And all the provisions that are set forth regarding the children are in the best interest of the children?
Yes.
I have your address on page 26 of the decree as 501 South Live Oak in Hubbard. Is that still current?
Yes.
Okay. And would you be able to take the children in the middle class offered by the Hill County Bar Association here in Hillsborough?
I have already taken it and filed that paper.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No.
I pass the witness.
There's no questions. Any other witnesses?
No other witnesses.
Mr. Osborne, do you want to call any witnesses?
No.
I don't know if you can see this or not. Does that appear to be your signature on this decree of divorce?
Yes.
This will be the order of the court. The court finds that it has jurisdiction amongst the parties and that the marriage has become insupportable because of a discord or conflict of personalities that destroys the legitimate ends of the marital relationship, and that no reasonable expectation of reconciliation exists. The court finds there were 3 children of this marriage, that being GSO, FAO, and KEO, minor children. The court will appoint the parties as joint managing conservators, with April Osborn having the right to establish the primary residence of the children without restriction, geographic restriction. The standard possession order is approved along with the special accommodations for military deployment. No child support will be ordered, finding that it is in the best interest of the children. April Osborn will be ordered to continue health, medical, dental insurance for the children. All unreimbursed medical expenses will be split 50-50. The separate property of April Osborn is confirmed. The division of the property and debts is approved and found to be just, right, fair, and equitable. And all other agreements as set forth in the agreed final decree of divorce are hereby adopted by the court and made a part of the court's order. And let the record reflect that the court has signed the final decree of divorce this day. Mr. Osborne, what is your email address, please?
Chris Osborn 0802@gmail.com.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get this e-filed, and you should get a copy of this final decree of divorce today, okay?
All right.
Anybody have any questions? Thank you very much. Court will stand in recess.
Thank you.
Thank you.